Good evening, Bhante.
Good evening,
Good
everybody.
evening, Bhante.
Good evening, Bhante, and everyone.
Good evening, Bhante.
Good evening.
Bhante.
Good evening, Bhante and everyone.
Good evening. All right, so let's get started. Good evening, everybody. Dhamma friends, and welcome back to the online Pal reading class, day 28. So today we will be discussing another section, 2 stanzas from the Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta. Before we get started, let's pay respect to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, so we'll be going into the text. Okay. Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta 9 and 10. Okay. Asadharana manye-saṃ achora-harano nidhi kairātha dhīro puññāni yo nidhi anugamiko. Asadharana manye-saṃ achora-harano nidhi kairātha dhīro puññāni yo nidhi anugamiko. Again, it is about the importance of creating one's own good karma, so nobody can take them away from you, right? This is again emphasized in these stanzas. So I'm going to ask group 1, somebody from group 1 to read the stanza. Anybody from group 1? Good to see you, all of you. Right.
Hello, Bhante.
Yes, who would like to read from group 1? Right, I think you can ask from group 2. Anybody from group 2? Kim, are you from group 1 or 2? 2. I think May Oi raised a hand. I will give you the opportunity after. Okay. Yes, May Oi.
Asadharana manasam achoraharano nidhi kahirata dhiro puññāni yo nidhi anugamiko.
Could you repeat again?
Asadharana manasam
There is a small concern. The second part of the first line. Asadharana.
Asadharana manasam.
Not manasam. Manye-san.
Manesam. Manesam.
Manye-san.
Manesam. Achoraharano nidhi kahirata dhiro puññāni yo nidhi
Kairata dhiro.
kahirato dhiro puññāni.
We can go a little slower. Kairata dhiro.
Kairata dhiro puññāni yo nidhi anugamiko.
Right. Yeah. There are certain areas that we have to, of course, slow down, so then we can easily.
Thank you, Bhante.
All right. Group 3 is that lobby billing. Yes, Bill.
Okay. Asadarana manesang. Achora harano nidi. Kairata diro punyani. Yo nidi anugamiko.
All right. Good.
Thank you.
And then group 4. Right. Yes, Lloyd.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Asadarana maniesam. Acharo darano nidi.
Can you go again for the second line?
Achora harano nidi. Kiryata diro punyani. Yo
Kaira.
nidi kairata.
Uh-huh.
Kairata diro punyani. Yo
Dhiro.
nidi
Kairata dhiro.
kairata diro punyani. Yo nidi anugamiko.
Great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Group 5. Yes, Melinda.
Thank you, Bhante. Asadarana manisam achora harano nidi kairata niro punyani yo nidi anugamiko.
All right.
Thank
Group
you.
6. Oh, Tisitan. Go ahead. You're from group 6?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Asaharana manesam.
Wait a second.
Achora.
Can you go again for the first line?
Asaharana
There's no
manesam.
H. No H here.
Okay.
Asadhara.
Asadara. Nam.
Asadharana manyesam.
Asadara manesam. Achora harano di. Kairata diro panyani.
Punyani.
Apunyani. Yo nidi anugamiko.
All right. Then group 7. Group 7. Anybody from group 7? Group 8. All right. If so, we're going to be asking others to read. I would ask from Kim. Kim, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Bhante, you can make the font bigger, no? The
Okay,
font.
let's try.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait. Give me a second. Huh? Yes.
Okay. Asadarana nesam
Manyesam.
manesam achora harano nidi kairata diro punyani yo nidi anugamiko.
All right. Great.
A bit rusty after the trip. Sorry.
No, not at all. I don't see that there were some issues. Yeah. Catching up well. And then Serene.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Asadarana manesam. Achoraharano nidi. Kairata diro punyani. Yo nidi anugamiko.
Great.
Thank you, Bhante.
Then Jenny.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Asadarana manyesang achora harano nidi.
Kayirata diro punyani yonidi anugamiko.
Right?
Yeah, thank you, Bhante.
Anybody else? Yes, young SMA?
Bhante, I try.
Yes.
Asadharanang manesang achoraharano nidi kaye rata diru punyani yo nidi anugamiko.
Great. Then Suzanne? Yes,
Thank
Suzanne.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Asadarana manesam achura harano niti kayirata diro punyani yo niti anugamiko.
Great. And then we have Rashmi.
वंदे बनते
Yes. Rashmi.
असाधारण मन्येस
Manyesang.
सॉरी असाधारण मन्येसं अचोराहरणो निधि कवि कैराथ धीरो पुण्यानि यो निधि अनुगामिको.
How do you read Punyani? Kairatha.
कैराथ धीरो पुण्यानि.
There is no Y actually. Punyani.
पुण्यानि.
Because
Sorry.
when you say punya, that is Sanskrit. It has to be what do you call punya? Punyani.
पुण्यानि.
Would you like to read again, just to see?
Yes. Same line.
Yeah, all the lines, the whole stanza. Asadharana.
साधारण मय्येसं अचोराहरणो निधि कैराथ धीरो पुण्यानि यो निधि अनुगामिको.
Great.
Thank
And
you.
then Suban.
Thank you, Bhante.
Yeah.
Asadarana manesang achora harano nidi. Kairata diro punyani yo nidi anugamiko.
Great. And we have Chand.
Yeah, sorry, Bhante. Thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Asadaranang manisang achora harano niti kairata diro punyani yo nidi anugamiko.
Great. Anybody else? Oh, that's all. So we're going to be going to the next stanza. Esa deva manussanang sabba kama dado nidhi yang yadevabhi pathinti sabba methena labhati. Esa deva manussanang sabba kama dado nidhi yang yadevabhi pathinti sabba methena labhati. Right? Then we're going to be asking anybody. Group 1. We're going to be asking from group 1. Do we have Annie here today?
Yes, Bhante.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Are you getting better now?
Yes, thank you, Bhante.
Oh, good.
Esa deva manusanang sappakama dado nidhi. Yam yadeva bitatenti sabbametena labbati.
Great.
Thank you,
And
Bhante.
then group 2. Kim, yes, Kim.
Thank you, Bhante. Esa deva manusanang sabe kama dadu nidhi.
Sab Kama Dadu. You can read like by breaking into three sections, although it's a
Okay.
combination. Sab Kama Dadu Nidhi.
Sabe kama dadu nidhi. Yang yade wabi patenti. Sabe me tena la beti.
Not Sabbe. Sab Me Tena Labhati.
Sabe me tena la beti.
Why our what do you call nature goes, our reading goes back to another Pali variant, because we are very familiar with those ones. Now, Sabbe is very famous. Sabbe
Yes.
Buddha Balapatta, Sabbe Satta, Sabbe Deva, right? So, but here, Sabba Metena Labhanti.
Sabe. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the things that we all may make as a mistake, while reading Pali. So, one thing is that when we are so much familiar with certain Pali words, they might take over our new Pali reading.
Yes.
We have to be careful about it. Yeah? All right. Group 3. Group 3. Yes, Jenny.
Thank you, Bhante. Esa dewa manusanang sabba kama dado nidhi. Yam ya dewa vi patenti sabba metena labhati.
Correct.
Thank you.
Group 4. Rashmi, are you from group 4?
Yes, Bhante.
Okay. I will give the chance to OE later. Rashmi, yes, go ahead.
Esa deva manusanang sabba kama dado nidhi. Yang yadeva vipatenti sabba metena labhati.
All right. Then group 5. Yes, Melinda.
Thank you, Bhante. Esa dewa manusanam sabba kama dado nidhi. Yam ya dewa pipatenti sabba metena labhati.
Right.
Thank you.
And group 6. Oh, Prisita. Let's go ahead. Please unmute your mic.
Esa deva manusanam sabba kamandado nidhi. Yam yeda bahbi patenti sabba metena labhati.
Yang Yadeva Vipatte.
Yang yadi va bhati.
Now what is to be considered here? Now we know the word Deva, then we have to pronounce it fully. But there is a case ending over here, B, right? Only an ablative case ending. Yang Yadeva Bhi Deva Bhi Patenti.
Okay.
Yang Yadeva Bhi Patenti.
Yam deva bi patenti. Sabe metana labhati.
You go back again. You said Sabbe.
Sabba.
See? This is the common mistake.
Yeah. And any different in meaning?
Well, I mean, they are case endings, Sabbo, Sabbe, Sab, they, depending on the place.
Oh, okay. All right.
It, is used, then we have to, see the particular Pali ending, case ending.
Okay, understand. Okay.
Sabba metena labhati.
Sabba metena sabbati.
Labhati.
Labhati.
Okay. Good. All right. Group 7. Chan, are you from group 7?
No. I don't know which group I'm.
Oh, really? I think I
Yeah,
gave you.
this is my, I think, second time following this online class. My second
Okay,
attendance.
I will figure that out. But if you want to read it now, you can read.
Yeah, thank you, Bhante.
Yes.
Esa deva, Esa deva manusanam sabakama dadoditi.
Nidhi.
Sabakama dado nidhi.
Mhm.
Yang yadeva vikpatenti. Sabametena lapati.
Great. Great. Group 8. CHR, let's go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Bhante. Okay. Esa deva manusanam sabakama niti yam ya dewa bi patenti sabab metena lapati.
Great.
Thank you.
Now we are going back to the flow. Maybe Oi can read now. Is Oi with us?
Yes, thank you, Bhante.
Yes, please.
Esa dewa manusanam sabba kama dado nidi yam ye dewa bi
Yan
patenti
Yadeva.
yadewa bi patenti
Patenti.
patenti yam yadewa bi patenti sabba metena labati.
Great.
Thank you, Bhante.
All right. Anybody else in the flow? All right. Chupin, yes, go ahead.
Esa dewa manusanam sabba kamadado nidi yang yadewa bi patenti sabba mitena labati.
Right. And then
Okay,
we have
thank
Sally.
you.
Yes, Sally.
Yes, Bhante. Thank you, Bhante. Esa dewa manusanam sabba kamadatu nidi yang ya dewa bi patenti sabba metena labati.
Great.
Thank you,
And
Bhante.
Susan?
Thank you. Esa deva manusanam sabakama dadonidi yam yadeva bip attanti
Patenti.
attenti
Patenti.
attenti
Not A. Yes, it is P. Patenti.
patenti
Patenti.
attenti sabamete na lapati.
Great. Now, one thing that simplifies this pronunciation is having a prior knowledge of certain case endings here. For example, I would say this is one. Kama is one. Tado is a giver. Now here Deva Bhi is one word. Now those who know about this verb, they know where to start, not from A, but from P. Yang Yadeva Bhi Pattinti. Sabba Edena. So this is one easy way to, simple way to recognize whatever the combinations or compounds that are, on certain stanzas. So you particularly pick up way before you went to read, okay, this is one word, this is one word, this is one word. So I could actually make a pause over here and so on and so forth. Yes, great, Susan. And then others, anybody else who would like to read? Yes, Billy.
Esa deva manusanang sabba kama dado nidi yang yadeva vipatenti sabba metena labati.
Yeah, labhati. Yeah, labhati.
Labati. Oh, labati.
Labhati. PH. Labhati.
Labati. Thank you.
All right, young SM.
And then I try.
Yes.
Sa deva manusa.
Wait. Esa deva manusa. Now, one more thing here. Let me simplify here. Deva is one kind of category. Manusanam is another category. And now it's much easier to understand. Esa deva manusa.
Okay. Esa deva manusanam sabba kama dadu niti.
Dadu.
Dadu niti.
Not dadu, huh? Dadu.
Dadu. Oh, sab.
Not dadu. Dadu.
Dadu. Okay. Sabba kama
Dadu nidhi.
dadu.
Not dadu. Again.
Nadu.
It has to be dadu.
Dadu. Okay. Sabba kama dadu niti yang ya dewa bi patenti sabba metena rapati. Rapati.
Yeah. Great.
Thank you.
Right. Anyone else? Anybody else? All right, it seems that there are no others for this stanza. So let me go back and then get into the explanations. We're going to erase these lines now. Do like this. Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta once again. Nidhi means what you call the buried treasures. Khandha means a section, a portion of buried treasures. Here, buried means at that time, the people who wanted to save up things, they buried certain areas. They normally bury certain areas of the land, probably their household, probably their house itself, and then they place their whatever valuables. Right? But the Buddha says this is a practice in olden Indian times, but according to his way, you don't need to bury materially. You are going to bury meritoriously. By merit-wise, you are going to bury your whatever the treasures in your samsaric journey till you attain Nibbana. Right. I'm kind of repeating the idea again and again so that you will easily catch up with the meaning. But as a contextual meaning, we put it as the reserve fund, like people understand. Reserve fund is something that I can use up one day when things when things are actually necessary for me out of those funds. All right, couple of Pali words probably that are new to you. Sometimes these meanings are not to be taken in word-wise. You have to understand the contextual meaning. Now, the first line is something like that. Asadharana manyesa. Right. So we can understand asadharana. Asadharana means unparalleled. I would say, probably somebody might say unfair, unparalleled, and all that. Now, what does it mean by asadharana here? Asadharana anyesa. That means now not necessary to share with others. That means whatever now here, but this goes along with him. Now, this is something that at that time people had as an impediment in their material treasures. Sometimes when you have lots of material possessions, people were asked to share them with others in accordance with the inheritance or whatever. But as Buddhists, we know that whenever we create good karmas, we are going to share with others. there's no problem. But whenever you have lots of material possessions, it was kind of, expected from those people who have them to share. So you don't have that problem when you bury treasures in the ways of merits. Asadharana anyes. This goes along with you. You don't have to divide it out. That means this is particularly for those people at that time. Now let's say you are inheriting something from your parents. Probably this is one particular huge inheritance, but you are the one who is getting that inheritance. So other siblings are eyeing on you, whether they will be able to take a portion out of this thing. Even you probably do a fair deal with them, but they may have certain different thoughts in their mind, right, about this sharing. So I think people had to go through these issues at that time. But when it comes to merits, nobody is concerned about what other people are carrying in terms of merits. So you don't have to divide that way, but of course you are going to share. Because this is also a very interesting topic actually. Can you recreate karmas? Right? Can you recreate, we call it upsize. Can you upsize karmas? Now let's say you have created some karmas by offering dana. Probably you have offered dana. Maybe one other classic example. You have maintained your precepts, sila, over the course of 1 day or maybe 2 days, maybe not 1 day, 2 days, every day, 5 precepts. So you've been keeping to your precepts. So you've been creating lots of good karmas by making you disciplined. Now, can you recreate the good karmas you already made? Let's say you have one certain karma. Can you recreate more karmas on that? Is it possible? Or do you have to do another new karma to create that particular karma? I mean, let's say you have good karmas, but if you think that you want to do more karmas, do you think you have to go again and do more karmas? Or is it possible to create more karmas on the particular good karma you made? See, it is possible, right? Let's say you did a dana today, and now you keep thinking about the dana. What a good thing. I got this opportunity. I'm so happy. The recipients were happy. I am happy. I have a diminished version of Lobha, Dosa, Moha. So every moment you get to think about today, lunch dana that you gave to maybe monks, maybe other people, you feel very happy. That happiness is the indication that you are recreating karmas on one karma. Another classic example is upsizing. You upsize good karma. What about the bad karmas? It is the same thing. 2 days ago, you lied to somebody. Now you are, I lied. So happy. So that person was misled by me. So again, today also I think, tomorrow also I think, next day also I think. So you are creating more bad karmas on one small bad karma. So you can upsize good karmas and bad karmas. Right? So for those folks who think that they need to do fresh new karmas every day, this is a good suggestion. Let's say you are not physically able to go to a temple. You are not comfortable to do certain things on certain days. So then at those times, you can think about your previous good karmas you did. Every moment, if you can be happy for whatever you did, you are creating good karmas for the karmas you did before. So I call it recreating good karmas with the karmas you already done, upsizing good karma. Here, coming back again to this first line, the idea, as you already saw, is that at that time, people had a kind of a, intimidated feeling that when they have certain possessions, material possessions in the way of inheritance, maybe money, they were asked to share with others. Kind of a mandatory kind of a notion that people had. So people at those points, they shared without being happy. They are giving away without being happy, right? Sometimes this happens to you in some circumstances. Let's say a friend is coming to your place. The friend is picking up something you have. I like this one. Can you give it to me? Can you give it to me? Yeah, kind of pestering to you. Something in a different way, probably indirectly, directly. So whenever you have lots of things, when people see that you have things, you will probably be asked to donate them in a certain way. So people thought at that time, this is a really kind of a troubling feeling to them. So now Buddha is addressing those people. Now, when you look at the good karmas by ways of punyas, merits, kusalas, you don't have to worry about it. Nobody knows what you are doing, right? So you don't have to. But of course, we are not that greedy about it. We are not that greedy about our own good karma. Are some people greedy about their good karmas, them folks? They do a very big good karma. And then are they greedy to share those good karmas with others? Are they? Then they fall into this first category, those people. We should not be greedy for whatever we did. Because every time you share, you are, even that sharing is also good karma. Are you recreating? You are recreating that good karma. The first big karma, and then when you are sharing, you are again creating more good karma. It's like a fountain. Some people think, oh, okay, I think my good karma is now used up, ran out. So I have to go again, and do good karma. Yes, you can do if you want. But keep in mind, if you have done good karmas, and if you want to share it, you will never lose the strength of good karmas by sharing, because it is like a fountain. How much people going to draw water from that fountain, but still water is bubbling up. There is water bubbling up from the fountain, so you don't lose anything. So don't be afraid to share good karma. Just share it anytime with anybody, right? Anyways, so Buddha understood what people had at that time, so you don't have to in that perspective. Then going back to thieves, achora harano nidhi. Now, no thief makes off with your saving. That means it is very clear, thieves cannot take away your good karma. What can thieves take away from you? What can they take away from you? Can they take away your knowledge?
No, not. They can take possessions only,
Material
possessions.
possession.
Material possessions, they can take away your material possessions. But nowadays, there are thieves who can take away your knowledge in terms of intellectual provisions. They are called as those who plagiarize. They copy your content and they post it just as on their own.
Plagiarism.
So that is called plagiarism. Some students do that. They copy and paste. When the teacher is going to bring all the assignments and thesis and dissertations into that particular plagiarism checkers softwares, then they find out, oh, this is not a thesis. This is, fully a copy paste, plagiarize, plague thesis, right? So nowadays, knowledge can be copied in a different way. But the creativity, innovation, they cannot be taken. Anyways, thieves, there are different thieves. Some thieves take away your possessions. Some thieves take away your intellect in some different methods. But punyas, nobody can take away your good karmas. Huh? But unless they make you annoyed, let's say some people would like to see that you're getting upset, you're getting frustrated, you're getting disappointed. Right? You might feel, they are my martyrs. Every time they come up to me and they make a scene. So I get very bad. I get very different. So that you are a good person, but they are going to make you disappointed. They make you annoyed, so that your good character will go away at that point. But anyways, thieves can take away things, but not your good karmas. This is an interesting line. Punya. Kairat dhiro punya. Dhiro. Who is dhiro? Huh? Dhiro. What is dhi?
Wise person, wise man.
This is a very interesting term, plus a very loaded term. This can carry a lot of meanings, actually. You know, Diti. Normally, the word Diti appears in Sanskrit works, especially about certain gods, Indra, Lakshmi, and all those gods. Probably that they are bringing Ganapati, they are bringing Diti to people. But here, Diti means more onto the steadfastness. Steadfastness. That means if you are steadfast, you are diligent, so you are. It is not directly wisdom. Wisdom is panya, but it is something under wisdom. So now you have become a dhiro, someone who has diti. We call dhiro. You become a dhiro because you understand. No, not necessary to bury the material possessions. I'm going to bury the meritorious activities. Right? So you become a dhiro already. So you want to do more good karmas by recreating or whatever. Kairatha dhiro punya. So the steadfast person, now we normally say wise person, but the term does not fully say wisdom. But diti brings, it's a quality of wisdom, but it is not directly wisdom. Right? Now, this is the issue of translation. Now, it's like how the Theravada builds off the meditation, Samatha and Vipassana. In early Buddhism, there is no Samatha Vipassana. Samatha Vipassana are qualities of meditation. But when the Theravada group expresses their view, they say, no, Samatha is one meditation, Vipassana is one meditation. So people started doing two different. But if you see early Buddhism, you see Samatha and Vipassana are certain stages of your one meditation. You cannot break them, separate them out. So in the same way, here, as we can see, Khairata Dhiro Punya. Dhiro is a quality of wisdom. So whenever you understand that I have to do more good karmas, maybe even I'm going to recreate the same good karma, you become a dhiro and you are going to create more merits. And those merits, yo nidhi anugamiko. I think this word we already understood in previous stanzas. Anugamiko. What is anugamiko? Anugamiko. Gamiko means going. Anugamiko, go according to what you have done. Right? Now, whatever that is happening in our life, they are not ad hoc things. They are not random ad hoc things. Because in Buddhism, we believe things are happening as a result of cause and effect. Not even cause and effect, but also effect and cause. Cause, effect, effect, cause. Effect, cause, cause, effect. What do we call this? This cycle. Paticca samuppada.
Dependent origination.
So this cycle is what keeps us going in our sansaric journey. Now here, anugamika means whatever we experience mostly has connections to our previous good karma. Mostly, but there are certain things that may happen without karma too. Right? The Buddha talks about such karmas. What do you call? Sivaka Sutta. The Buddha says there is somebody who is going to a different seasonal place, going to a cold country. All of a sudden, because he went to the cold country, he is catching a cold. Now you may sometimes brandish, okay, this is because of my karma, I got the cold. But it happened because you went to that country, right? So seasonal effects. So there are things that are not happening directly from karmas, but most things, most experiences are coming from karma. There's a reason for everything. So anugamika means all the meritorious activities, they are supposed to follow you. But unfortunately, they might follow you in different ways. I always, give this example. 5 people do the same good karma. 5 of you go to a retreat. 5 of you do the same thing. But if there is somebody who can see your future karmas, your future lives, maybe your future conditions based on that particular activity, these 5 people will experience slightly different karmic vipakas. Why is it? Because although you see there is a similarity among them in terms of their behaving, they went to that place, they did the same thing, but we don't know how their mind worked on certain items in that retreat, how they looked at, how they characterized them, how they absorb those particular events. Right? Maybe there is someone who is not doing that much, but that person may be able to make up the mind very fast. Because Buddhism is mind-made. It's all about the mind. Right? I mean, everything that we talk from Buddhism is mind-made. But it does not say because of that physical activity is not important. Physical activity is a, what you call, is a drive, is a dynamic that that helps us to navigate our mental activity. But anyways, even the same karma is to be done by a couple of people, but the result, vipaka, could be different. Huh? Mostly, it could be different. All right. So how do we conclude the first answer? Asadharana manyesa. Achora harano nidhi. Kairata dhiro punyani. Yo nidhi anugami. All right. So the Buddha says, don't worry. You don't have to share your stuff with other people if you are focusing on doing good karmas because they are yours. You don't have to worry about it because you have to share. But of course, we are humble, grateful people. We must share. But Buddha just wanted to tell people, don't worry, perspective. And then these good karmas cannot be taken away by thieves. And then you are going to become a dhiro, this what you call steadfast person who is going to create good karmas, punyas, so that those good karmas are following after you. All right. Any questions about the first answer?
Bhante, I have a question.
Yes.
Bhante, just now you say the dhiro is someone who has diti. Is the diti the same as the one we wrong view? That one, is it the same Pali words? Diti, is it?
No. There are 2 different words. That is ditti. This is ditti. Let me.
Oh, dhiti, is it this one?
Yeah. Let me show you.
Okay. Got it. dhiti. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. So ditti. This is that ditti. Okay. This is one word. And here, what we were looking at the state of the mind, the state of mind of the dhiro, that is ditti. Ditti.
Courage, energy.
Right.
Yeah, one is
well, there are certain meanings, but normally ditti is
view.
a state of mind called steadfastness. Normally, it is not used in many Pali references. Mostly, this word is used by Sanskrit, Hindu works.
Yeah.
So they believe ditti as a very fundamental quality a god, a deva can give to us. But D-H-I-T-A. Any other questions?
Bhante, for the first line, can you say, can you explain the root word for mane sang?
Okay, asadharana, it is very clear. Then anyesa. This M is a what you call a combination, niggahita combination. So here it should be asadharanang anyesa. Asadharanang anyesa. So anyesang means other people. So it is not going to be bothered by other people. Anyesa means others.
How do you write that in Pali? Anyesang.
It is already given the same way.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
Anyesang.
yes.
See? Anyesang. Then this one, asadharan. But M is the substitution here. Because normally when there are what you call probably two vowels going to be at the end of one word and the front of the next word, there are certain grammatical rules going to take place.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that you
Thank you,
need
Bhante.
to learn all that. And then this class is going to be a polygraph class otherwise. Yeah. And do all of you know that Pali, what do you call the Buddha's language does not have letters? The Buddha's language has only sounds. I think you all of know, right? All of you know. Now, although we say we read Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, there are no certain characters for this language. The only language which has no characters. All the other languages have characters, right? But the Theravada version says no, it is Pali. It's Pali. But early Buddhism says no. Buddha, particularly in one sutta called Arana Vibhanga, Majjhima Nikaya Arana Vibhanga Sutta, Buddha says, when I go to one county in India, they call patta for the alms bowl. When I go to another state in India, they call it Sarava. And when I go to another state, Sarava for the alms bowl. When I go to another state in India, then they call it another term. So if Buddha has this idea, he is accepting all the versions of the patta. So that's why we have to be very careful etymologically. There are certain issues, but let's go by the sounds, not just so much concern about the grammar at this point, unless it is highly necessary. All right, that's the first stanza here. So then the first two lines, they are about the importance of what you call the benefits of creating good karmas. And then the second two lines, they are about how does a steadfast person create good karmas which are following that person. All right. Esa deva manussanam sabba kama dadu nidhi yang yadeva bhi pathinti sabba metena labhati. All right. Now, this is another benefit that the Buddha is talking about, that someone is getting when they are doing good karmas for the purpose of buried treasures, not materially, but karma-wise. Sabba kama dadu nidhi. I think somebody was all trying to say dadu. This is not dadu. This is dadu. Can you find out another similar Pali word, case ending, elsewhere? Could you remember? Any Pali word that you found out with do?
Sado, sound. Sado, do. Bhante, do you mean the ending?
No.
The verbal termination?
Ending do.
Do, sado.
Can
Sound.
you spell the letters?
S-A-D-D-O, sado, sound.
Sadu?
Sado. Now Bhante is asking for sado
No,
or
I'm
sadu?
asking, have you ever come across any Pali word that ends in do? Like here you can see dadu. See? Sabba kama dadu. I'm asking, have you ever come across though, like though ending in your Pali reading? Now you will be embarrassed if I make a reference now. Huh? That's a little fun. Varu varanyu varadu vara harva ratana sutta. See, this is why I'm asking to think about. Varadu. Let's go to the Ratana Sutta.
Yeah.
Ratana Sutta. So our friends will know what it is. It's going to be here. Varu varanyu varadu. This word, varadu. Varadu means, what does varadu? Varadu means someone, that means the Buddha, who is the giver of the best. Do means the giver. Giver. Dado also, right? Especially here. Do means giver. Now varadu, vara means the greatest. What is the greatest? Dhamma. The one who is giving, who is the giver of the greatest. Dhamma. Now, coming back here. All right. Sabba kama dado. Now, this is also something about giving, giver, right? Sabba kama dado. That means kama. All kamas. Kama means sensual things. Now, when you are burying treasures by ways of what you call good karmas, those good karmas have the potential of giving all the karmas. Are karmas important to us, dumb folks?
Yes.
Yes.
In a good way. What karmas do we need actually? How many karmas are there? How many karmas are there? I mean, major types, kind of karmas. There are
3. Kama tanha, vibhava tanha.
they are issues of the karmas. They are issues of the karma. Now I'm asking, what are the general karmas, kind of karmas? When karma becomes an issue, we call it kama tanha. But when karma is not, when we are not messing up with karma, those karmas are okay. They are okay. But when we mess up with karma, that karma will create kama tanha, then upadana, the rest of all the messed up process. I'm asking, how many karmas are there in general?
10 good one and 10 unwholesome one. 10 wholesome, kusala and akusala. Does Bhante mean that?
No, they are skillful action, unskillful actions.
Yes.
I'm asking karma, sensual activities that everybody desires. That I'm happy to be surrounded with these pleasures. Rupa, Saddha, Gandha, Rasa, Pottabha, Dhamma.
Oh, 5. The 6.
Very easy.
6 sense organs.
They are the objects of the 6 sense organs. Isn't it funny that you don't know that what you want in Pali? Like you are looking for the way out, liberation from all these issues, but you don't know what you want. Right? Rupa, Saddha, Gandha, Rasa, Pottabha, Dhamma. Rupa means we all like to see what we like to see.
Forms.
Good images, people we like, people we want to see on internet, people, right? All the images that we have our custom tailored version of seeing. And the rest also, when you like something that like someone to see, that means you also may have dislikes too about certain people, right? I don't like to see that person. I don't want to meet that person. I'm not going to that party because that person might show up in the party. Right? So when you have likes, so you may have dislikes too. But anyways, we have Rupa Kama. We call it Rupa Kama. That means Rupa Kama. That means sensuality that is associated in the Rupa. Then Sad. Saddakam. Sensuality that is associating
Smell.
our sounds.
Sound.
Sadda sounds.
Sound.
Do you have certain sensuality about certain sound? Yes.
Yes.
You may have a favorite singer. You want to hear that person's songs wherever you go, maybe in the car, maybe when you have free time. You may want to hear your loved one's voice wherever they are. Is our OPRC class also a Saddakama, folks? Is this a Saddakama? This shouldn't be a Saddakama, because we are not creating sensuality. Right? This is learning how to learn the best through hearing. Right? But when you keep participating for some time, you really want this to happen every Thursday. I want to attend online Pali reading class. I want to learn something, but don't make it a Saddakama. All right. Saddakama is not good. But anyways, people would like to have certain sounds to be heard. And then what about then?
Smell.
Saddakama. Then Gandhakama.
Smell.
Certain smell. You may have certain smells that you really like. How do we know that we have certain liking, sensualities toward smell? How do we know? If you want to choose your own perfume, right? So you like that. Oh, maybe I like what you call. You might have certain likings toward your own smell, like whatever the desired smell. Right? You might say, this smell is aromatic. Right? I want to smell it every day. At the same time, you might dislike another smell. So there are lots of sensualities going around the smell. Then the rest, Rupa, Saddha, Gandha, Rasa. Rasa Kam.
Taste.
Taste. This is one of the very terrible kind of karma, right? Right? I mean, you want to taste certain things. Right? What does that mean? Do you have certain karmas toward your taste? Yes, a lot of karmas. I want to have this particular food. It's a very sumptuous food. Now the food industry is telling the truth. This is a craveable. Cravables. You have to crave for these things, right? They of course accept that. People crave for certain things. So there are lots of karmas regarding taste. Then this is the fourth one. Fifth one.
Otabakama.
Potabada.
Potabakama.
Potabakama. Potabakama. Potabakama means touch. Sensuality associating our touch. This is also an interesting kind of sensuality. I'm not blaming any of the sensuality parts. I'm asking you to think about your own sensuality regarding these sections. What about the touch? Do you have a certain liking to a certain touch? Yes, your bed, your certain bed, your couch, your sofa, and then lots of sensuality going around your touch, right? Expecting that. So, a lot of karmas. And then last one is Dhammakama. Dhammakama. This is not Dhammakama. It is not the desire to learn Dhamma. It is a different kama. But here Dhammakama means sensuality associating the thoughts. Have you ever had this experience? Like you want to be in a certain mood, certain mentality on a day. When you wake up today, when you wake up on a certain day, okay, today I want to be on this certain mood. But halfway of the day, you understand it is not possible. Right? There are always troublemakers going around and then they break our peace, right? But while we are not blaming anybody, picking up anybody, but liking to be in a certain mentality, wanting to be in a certain mood, thoughts, desiring to think about certain thoughts. Right? They could be sensuality associating thoughts. So now these are the karmas. Next time, don't let me ask. Don't say that this and that. You have 6 6 karmas. What are they?
6 sense karma.
Yeah, what are they now? Tell me in Pali.
Rupa karma, Santa karma, then Gandha karma, Rasa karma, then Potaba, Dhamma karma.
Then whenever you enjoy, think about now. That is the fun, interesting thing. Whenever you have Rupa karma, you have to think about now I have Rupa karma. Because when people enjoy things, they don't think about these Dhamma applications. Right? Whenever you want to think about, I want to see this particular thing, I have now a Rupa karma, right? Try to think about it. So it will help you. Whenever you have a certain liking to a certain sound, now I have Saddha karma. Then smell, now I have Gandha karma. Then taste, now I have Rasa karma. And then touch, now I have Pottabha karma. Then certain thoughts, certain mentalities, certain moods, now I have Dhamma karma. All right, so this is the karma. Now here it says, whenever you create lots of good karmas, those good karmas will in turn appear as a giver of all the your sensual needs. Actually, it's true. You may see some people are always surrounded by whom they want to see. Some people are always surrounded with whatever the sounds that they want to listen to. Some people are always with whatever the smell that they want to be. Some people are always with the taste, whatever the food, whatever the thing they want to enjoy. They are always enjoying it. Why? Is this random? No, they have done more good karmas in past lives. Right? Physically, mentally, especially mentally. So here the Buddha says, going back to the text, Esa deva manussanang sabba kama dadu nidhiya. This is the very reason why some men, some deva, not all devas, huh? The ground devas are inferior than the aerial deva. This is the very reason why some humans and some devas are getting what they want. Now let me tell you a very interesting Sutta reference. I cannot say the exact Sutta, but I will tell you the reference. Huh? Sorry, the line. Ularesu panchasukama gunesu chittanu namu. This is one Pali idea about people who do good karmas with craving. I would say lobha dosa moha. The Buddha says, when you do dana with lots of expectations, what will happen to you? What will happen to you is that in the next life, or maybe the lives to come, you will get the same thing, but you are not having thoughts to enjoy the things that you donated in those past lives. It means you have lots of food in your fridge, but you don't have a liking to go and enjoy those food till they become stale. So you have lots of comforts you have received, but you don't have the mind to go and experience, because in past life you have given the same with lobha dosa moha. Very interesting, huh? That the Buddha says, whenever you do things with lobha dosa moha, then when you get the things back as a karmic law, your mind is not inclining toward the 6 karmas. Very interesting. I will share with the reference later. All right. So this is the very reason why Deva Manusa, some Deva, some Manusa will get all the sensualities as a reason of their good karmas. So their good karmas are the givers of all the good karmas. Final 2 sections. Yang deva bhipattenti sabbhametena. Whatever it is that they wish for through this, they have it all. This is interesting. Now in our life, do you think that whatever we wish, we will get it in this life? Have you ever experienced that something you wish in your life, maybe most of the things you wish in your life, were you able to receive them back?
No.
Not many people. But some people, whatever they wish, those things will come to them. Why is it?
Bhante.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes to some people. But when some people expect, they get everything back. Why is it? In their past lives, they
Past life.
have done a lot of good karmas in the right mind, with the right thoughts, without messing up with the lobha dosa moha. Right? That is why the Buddha said, Yam pichang nalabati tampi dukkha. Like, it is a suffering, it is a dukkha whenever you expect, but you don't get it. But if you, now you look at certain people in this society, some people are enjoying more things than us.
Good life.
Some people are barely making them happen. Barely making them happen. Some people even do not get to the minimum, bare minimum. They are suffering a lot. Why is it? Is it because of education? You could look at what do you call a condition in this life, not even education.
Past life.
Good karma. I think good past good
There are good
karma.
karmas and bad karmas, and they have not done enough, right? They have not done enough good karmas, right? So now here it says, if you have done a lot of good karmas in past lives, even now if you haven't got the things you wanted, then there is a good opportunity that has arisen in us to do more good karma. So whatever you wish, you will get them, right? Where
Just
do we
like
find?
just like in India, there's a lot of poor people.
Yeah.
Is it because their past lives? So that's why they are like this world now?
Mostly could.
I see when I was there, I saw with my own eyes there's a lot of beggars.
Yeah, mostly it could be, but there could be other reasons too. But mostly it could be the karma. So I cannot distinguish everyone's karma. I'm not the Buddha. So if Buddha were here, Buddha will say, this is because of your past karma. This is maybe you have not particularly maintained your father and mother's inheritance. So there are certain people. Have you seen some wealthy people who became very poor at the end because they don't know how to manage the parents' inheritance, right? So there are, I think, the people you are talking about, they are very poor people in those parts of the world. This is why somebody asked, why are all the Buddhas born in India? Now, parallel to Shakyamuni Buddha, there was an intellectual culture in Greece. Why was he not born in India, in Greece? This what you call Greek philosophers, among Greek philosophers. Buddhas will never be reborn in Greece. Buddha will be reborn in this caste-based, poor, and then intellectually marginalized society. That's in Jambudeep, not India. Buddhas are not born in India. This India is not India. It's a big area called Jambudeep, which includes Pakistan, Afghanistan, modern India, right? It's a continent at that point. So yes, mostly for the karmas. So finally, we are making the conclusion, the ideas at the end is that as a result of previous good karmas, certain humans and gods, devas, are receiving whatever they want. Not even whatever they want. Whatever they wish, they are going to. Sabbang etena labbati. All they are going to get. Labbati means they receive
benefit
through doing good karmas. And here, devabi, young devabi, pattenti means wish for. Whatever those devas they wish, they're going to get. All right. So today what we learn is that it is very important to keep doing good karmas. Right? In Buddhism, there is no stage that somebody has to stop doing karmas. If you stop doing good karmas, then that means your mind will go or incline towards the bad karmas, right? Because mind is always raw. It takes objects onto the bad. So keep doing good karmas. This is the way that you're going to be comfortable till you come to the place of liberation. All right. Any questions?
Yeah, Bhante.
Yes, dear.
Now you mentioned about those people who they have all the maybe the luxurious thing, but they don't know how to enjoy. So is this also include those people they are very rich, but they are very stingy. They don't even, spend money to eat themselves,
Correct.
Is that one of the category?
We have to look at it in two ways. Now, you might see certain rich people, they are thrifty. They want to be very thrifty about minor spendings, because we don't know the areas that they are spending on. Probably they are planning more investments. This is one thing, to multiply their income at the moment. Second is that there are actually, as I said earlier, made the point, those people who have not been able to enjoy what they have received in their life. They have no ability to sleep well, and they have no freedom, and they are not able to enjoy whatever the food they have. You see that. So that happiness is not with them because of their attitude in this life, and as a consequence of past life. They have done good karmas, but they have done with a direct plan of creating expectations for the next life. It has to be seen in two ways.
Okay. I have another question. Just now you mentioned that, for those people who do a lot of good, good karma, then they would like get whatever they wish for. So wouldn't in that way make them more greedy?
Well, it happens the way how they do it, right? When someone brings food to the monastery, offer to the sangha, and then maybe that person is expecting what he or she did not receive in this life. Now, suppose there is a person who has not received whatever he or she wished enough in his or her life. So he or she might think, by the power of this dana, may I be able to get this and that. Somebody might say this is great, but personally, in his life or in her life, that might be something that he or she wanted to. So I think now the Buddha is not talking about liberation in direct terms in this Nidhikaṇḍa Sutta. Buddha is talking about a normal human life, because he's not talking to monks here in this sutta. He is talking to normal lay people. So lay people have to think about their lay life first. They cannot go to a monastery and meditate and attain, so and so forth. So in order for lay people to understand what to do with their treasures, he is creating a different avenue over here. At the same time, he is primarily with his understanding that we should not make lobha, but still any human desires to get whatever the things he or she wants. This is a normal perception in our life, right? This is a normal thing. But just because someone wishes to get something, we cannot simply say that this is a part of the greed. Probably this person might expect a normal human life. In this life, he has been suffering a lot. Now I know there was somebody who told me, Bhante, I don't like my childhood, my family members. So this person made a wish in front of me. The wish was, may I be able to be reborn in a family who will really love me enough in my next life. So then somebody might think about this thing as a greedy expectation, but she had not received it in this life. So she really wanted that to happen. This could be agreed to somebody, but people are expecting things like that, Yeah.
But Bhante, is it okay to wish for this wish?
It is an individualistic thing. It is up to you. Right? If you want to feel it, if you want to get it, you can wish so. But I also think that without having a comfortable life, it might be difficult for us to think about a happiness that is beyond that comfort. Now, although we know Sopaka, Angulimala, and these examples, they were very extremely unique people. But for many of us, I think without a certain happy life, we are not able to think about a happy life beyond that happiness. If Nibbana is the samambona, highest happiness in our life, right? This is the same thing that happened to that particular person, right? So that person should minimize lobha dosa moha in expecting such thing. I think if you look for that kind of a person, that kind of a mental state, I think it's a human need. Everybody needs certain level of sense of belonging in a good way. But it is up to you to make it a greed. Right? Somebody might make it a greed, but the sense of belonging could be a normal human expectation. So this person did not have it in her life. So she really wanted to have it. She's saying to other people, your life is like this, but my family, Yes.
Thank you, Bhante.
Right. We will take one more question because I'm supposed to give a talk in 30 minutes here in Terengganu. So,
Bhante,
yes.
Bhante, so how do we draw a fine line between this desire from performing a dana to having a what you call a good karmic thoughts? How to draw that very thin line?
How you can draw the thin line? That is a skill. That is kusala. Then we need kusala. This is punya. Now, when we talk about punya, we talk about happiness, mental happiness. Then how to draw the line between, greed and these minor things? It is the skillfulness. So if we can understand that personally, that, okay, now when I do this, I personally do not come up with greed. No dosa, no more. So then it should be okay. It's a general life. If you are somebody who is suffering all the day without all this, I think you create more dosa, right? So being surrounded by loud people around us, being surrounded by some sort of money, being surrounded by some other basic requirement, they are necessary to think about a further happiness rather than hating those. But some people are not karmically beneficial with those. So it is up to individuals. So you personally have to, because you are the one who knows your mentality better than anybody else. You know the level of your karma, you know the level of your dosa, you know the level of your moha. So you can fine tune and then draw the line between.
Thank you, Bhante.
So all right. Any questions? We'll take one more question.
Bhante, me again. Any?
Yes, Annie.
Okay, if we do dana in memory of a loved one, we can also create what you call the upside karma from that action.
Yes.
Too.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Bhante.
Why not? Let any karma, not even dana. Now, I actually picked dana because all of you do dana. There are more good karmas. I mean, sila, bhava, many other good karmas. Huh? So, whatever the good karmas you do wholeheartedly, by minimizing the lobha dosa moha, you can upsize those good karmas. Probably you may have done a certain small karma, but you are creating, reinventing more good karmas out of the small minor version of good karma. That's possible.
Thank you, Bhante.
All right, let's.
Bhante, don't mind Karina here. May I have one word? Dosa in Malay is sinful. So does it mean in the same way for party also?
Can you repeat again, please?
Dosa in Malay is sinful. So there's like in Pali is also called akusala. That means it's also sinful and bad karma.
No, sin is a Christian term. Now, the word sin comes from a context where people went to eat fruits from a tree that the god asked them not to eat. So I mean, this is the context of the sin, sin. In Buddhism, we don't have sin. We are not reborn with natural problems, right?
Okay.
So here, dosa simply means hate. Anything that you are conflicting with. So we should not have any hate toward anything, anyone, even including oneself. So I think it is going beyond that expression that you just said.
Oh, our 8 is AID, 8.
Pardon me?
The spelling of the
Hate.
8.
No, hate. H-A-D-E.
I see. Okay, because I'm driving. Yeah.
Hate. Yeah, hate. Dosa.
Okay.
She heard as aid, A-I-D.
Yeah, okay,
No.
8.
Hate.
Hate.
Okay.
Hate.
Okay.
Hatred. Hate.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption.
No problem. Okay. All right. So we're going to transfer the good karmas. May all the good karmas which we've been given today be transferred to all the departed ones who passed away in the name of all of us. If the departed ones were reborn in a place of kamadugati, sensual, places of pain and sensuality, may they be able to release from those places and to be reborn in places of happiness, kama sugati. If they are already in kama sugati, may they be able to improve their life, especially from Dhamma wise, and finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me ñātīnaṁ huntu sukhitā huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñātīnaṁ huntu sukhitā huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñātīnaṁ huntu sukhitā huntu ñātayo. May all the good karmas be shared by all the Deva, Naga, Mahika. May Deva, Naga, Mahika be well and happy and then protect and bless all of you for good health, quality of life, prosperity, safety. In particular, for your Dhamma journey, may they give the required protection and blessings for all of you to smoothly follow, continue, deepen your Dhamma journey. May Deva, Naga, Mahika also finally attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavata cha amihi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amihi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amihi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu lokasasana. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu desana. Akasattha ca bhummattha devanaga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkhantu mang paranti chirang rakkhantu tvang sadati. In this sansaric journey, may we be able to be with the Kalyana Mittas till we attain Nibbana. May we not be in the company of the Papa Mittas who might draw us from the Dhamma path. Thinking thus, we're going to make the wish. Imina punya kammena Mami bala samagamu satang samagamu hotu yavanibbana patya. Finally, may all the good karmas which we've been accumulating today by learning about another perspective of the Nidhikaṇḍa Suttas, meritorious activities, be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silis nichang vadha pachayino chattaru dhamma vadhanti ayuvano sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati saminjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. This is the end of our today's online Pali reading class. And wishing you a good night, and we'll be seeing you next Thursday.
Good night.
Thank you so much,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Night.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you,
Sadhu,
Sadhu, Sadhu.
Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, tomorrow no class, Sutta.
Tomorrow, no class because I had
No.
to do another talk actually. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhante. Thank you. Thank you so
Bhante. Sadhu,
Yeah.
sadhu.
Bhante, Corina here. So next week I try to log in because I'll be in Shanghai for 3 weeks. So I'll try
Okay.
to log in. If not, then I need your help to send me the recording.
Yes, yes. Next week I'll be in Penang.
Oh, he's in
Thursday.
Penang, but
Yeah.
No
Yes.
class.
Yeah, but I will be
Yeah.
continuing. Yeah. From wherever I am, I'll be continuing. Yes.
okay.
All right.
All right. Good night,
Good night,
Bhante.
everyone. Take
Good
care.
night.
Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Bhante. Good night.
Yeah.